She a bad thing, you know she gave me good feels, couple moves swings. So you know I had to pick her up like some blue strings. So you know I gotta hit her up when she close range, yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl here, Vita Ray. You know what it is. So today's video is going to be a story time of what I did to my instructor after he scammed me. Yes. So it starts from when I was actually trying to get into driving, like trying to pass my driving test and stuff. So I started driving when I started learning how to drive when I was 18 and I passed when I was 22. In between I took long breaks, so you can't really blame me here, okay? So when I was in college, throughout the process of me learning how to drive, I've been through a lot of instructors. I'll say probably more than 6. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I first started with manual, then I changed to automatic. Then after I went back to manual, then I changed to automatic. But my last manual teacher was from the same company as my automatic teacher, which was the instructor that scammed me. So with the instructor that scammed me, I'm gonna call him Phil because he just looks like a Phil. Yeah. So when I got with Phil, I thought he's a calm instructor. I mean, we have a pretty good relationship. He's like, you know, he's just chilled and stuff. But his car stank. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know why I kept him for so long. His car stank. It wasn't a one-off thing. It was like it's his natural scent that has taken over his car. His car stank. And one of the red flags about him is he was always late. On top of that, he was not professional. On top of that, he was always free. Anytime I say, can we book a lesson, he'd be like, yep. Do you want now? Do you want to come now? These are all the red flags that I should have looked. Yeah, so these are all the red flags I should have took into consideration. So I had a lesson. My first test was before I went to uni. I wanted to pass so quick that I rushed everything and I failed it. I'm not gonna lie to you, that one is my fault because I wasn't ready, and he was even telling me you're not ready to take this test. But I just wanted to, I've been hearing so much videos of people saying, you know, I thought I was gonna fail but I passed and all this. I thought that was gonna be my story, but that wasn't really the case. So I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to uni, so I'm gonna try and pass in uni. If I don't pass my test, my practical test whilst I'm at uni, when I come back I'll hit you up. Said alright, cool, whatever. So yeah, I went to uni, had a few weird instructors, came back, still didn't pass. My theory expired, so I was back to square one. So I hit him up again, and this time I was real serious. This time I was gonna stay in London for a bit longer, so I was able to do the test and hopefully pass it. Yeah, I wanted to pass before 2019. That was one of my goals, but I was messing with the wrong instructor. And you know, it's like the Holy Spirit was telling me change instructors, but I didn't listen. To be honest, I felt like I didn't really learn anything. We were just driving around and he was just taking my money. That's how I felt. And so I booked 10 lessons in one go. This guy was just taking my money. Like, after I booked the test and I paid him the money, it's like he wanted me to have 2 hours a day for 5 days. Yes, that was what I think he was trying to do. When I come on Monday, I'm saying I want 1 hour and 30 minutes. Do 2 hours, do 2 hours. I said no, I want 1 hour and 30 minutes. Like, it's like he's pushing me to spend more money. And I said no, I want 1 hour and 30 minutes. And I said to him, listen, I'm a student and you can't expect me to pay all these money like that. He said, why don't you get a loan? Excuse me? Like, he said, why don't you get a loan? I said, I'm not getting a loan just for a driving lesson. Then forget that. No, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I didn't do none of that. And my second test came. I failed that one. I was angry. I cried and cried and cried. But hey, what can I do? Something was telling me, get a new instructor. My third test came. He did the same thing. But this time I didn't do no block pay. I was just doing 1 hour and 30 minutes a week. That was me. I was just doing 1 hour and 30 minutes a week. He said, you need more. You need to have more lessons. You need to have more lessons. Every time I fail, he told me, you know, you need to have more lessons. And the thing is, you know, the test that you pay a big sum of money, you pay like £80 or something. His driving school charges £80 for automatic, and he was charging me £90. And I failed 3 times. I'm not gonna count the first one that I did because that one, yeah, I wasn't ready. So forget that one. Scrap that one. It talking about the ones in the year 2018. I was paying £90 or 3 times. So he owed me £30. So all those 3 tests that I failed with him, I was paying £90. Can you imagine the wickedness of human beings? And you know that being a student, obviously I don't work a lot. So I need whatever money that I accumulate, I make, I need it. And obviously he could tell how desperate I was. That's the mistake that I made. He could tell how desperate I was, because whenever I would tell him, oh, you know, I can't wait to pass, he would just cut me off and move on to the next stuff. So as I failed all those 3 tests, what the last straw, was on December, and I said to myself, this test is my last test for the year. If I fail this test, I'm done with this instructor. That's what I said to myself. I said, I'm done with this instructor. If I fail this test, I am done with Phil. I failed. And one thing that got me angry the most is I told him to teach me reverse park. He did not teach me. He said you just drive into the bay. But I knew from the teachers in Luton, the driving instructors in Luton, they taught me front bay park, but I wanted to brush up on it a little bit. And what they taught me was more technical than what he taught me. He was just saying drive into the bay, and I can tell I was in between the line. He said that's correct. I'm thinking, what, really? And he said, yeah, it's fine, just drive into the bay. So I drove into the bay. He said, yeah, that's correct, now we can move on. And I was like, what? And funny enough, the test that I went to, my next test that I had, which was the 3rd one, the maneuver that I had to do was driving into the bay, front bay park. Meanwhile, I haven't practiced it. Everything else was perfect. I only had 3 minors. It was just that front bay park that failed me. I was so angry. I wanted to punch him in the face. So when he was driving me to the station, like, you need to practice. Yeah, I keep telling you, you need to practice. How much practicing do you want me to do, Oga? How much practicing do you want me to do? What is your problem? In fact, I don't even need to deal with you anymore, because that's it. That's it between me and you. We're done. Can't believe all this money I've wasted on this useless man. And I failed. Chai. In fact, I'll leave it to God. I'll leave it to God. The following year came. Obviously, it was December, so the following year, January, came. I see a text from him, hi. And I told his driving school. They didn't say anything sensible. I called the driving school and told them what happened. They said, yeah, you should have checked online. They said £80 online. And the guy was Ghanaian, because I could tell by his accent, and he was quite rude as well. He said, I mean, I could take you around a few blocks till your test is done, till your before your test. And I said, you know what, no. I said, fine, that's all right. He said he can, you know, help me with my driving till my test date. But I don't know what it is. It's just that driving school completely put me off. So I started looking for other driving school, and I started looking for I saw Elephant Driving School, and when I checked the reviews were very good. And there was one instructor, he had the highest ranking good reviews. I'm not gonna lie to you. And funny enough, he's the one that I got, and I said, thank you, Lord Jesus. Guess what? Your girl passed the first time. Woo! That's it. Your girl passed the first time. So after I passed, a month later, obviously I had needed a month to kind of settle myself in. I got my license, I got my insurance done, because I already had a car. I got everything done, MOT sorted, everything done. Guess what I did? To be honest, when I said I passed, I was so happy, because I'm so used to hearing fail that I just turned my head to the window and I was just looking out. And he said, well, David, you passed. And funny enough, the guy that passed me was the guy that failed me the first time, the first time that I did my test. So I said, you know, God works in mysterious ways. Well, he doesn't, but yeah. So I was happy. Like I said, a month later, guess what your girl here did? So I got my phone, called my old instructor Phil, booked a lesson with him. I said, yeah, can you come and meet me here? I want to book 10 lessons, because I booked my test for this day, and I'm gonna pay the 10 blocks of lessons in one go, and I'm gonna pay it on this day that we're gonna have our lesson. Okay, so come at 3:30, and it was traffic, so he called me at he texted me at 3:15. And I ignored the test. Then he called me and I picked up. I was in my room. I was in my living room. My foot was up on the center table. I was drinking tea. It was winter at that time and it was cold as hell. And I had a blanket on me, watching TV, relaxing, just chilling. And then I picked up the call when he called. I said, yeah, hello?
He said, where are you?
I said, what do you mean?
He said, I'm here, I'm outside.
So I was just chill. I just forgot about it. 15 minutes later, the man called me again. He said,
are you almost here?
I said, hold on, there's a bit of traffic on the way. Just bear with me. I was doing all that for almost an hour. And he said, you know, I'm gonna take this out of your lessons, right? And I said, go ahead. at the end of the day, I'm not having no lessons with you. I literally made him wait almost 2 hours. I said, you can take this out of the lesson, that's fine. Because guess what? I'm not coming. I made him wait almost 2 hours. Can you believe how money hungry this guy is? Because I said I'm gonna pay 10 lessons all in advance. So he waited for those 2 hours because he thought he would go take it out my money.
Come and take. Come and take. Nonsense.
And also, this idea was not just my idea. An auntie gave me this idea. And I said, okay, let me try. And yes, that's what I did to him. I hanged up, I blocked his number. Honestly, what does he think this is? He took me for a fool. So guess what? I taught him a big lesson. But anyways, yes. So this is the story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a lesson. Don't be greedy with money. Don't be greedy with money. That's a principle. Okay? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something from it. And yes, I'll catch you up in my next video. Bye bye.